want to start, Vinny?
Sure, yeah. Erik, congratulations. Your first final with Manchester United, the first opportunity as well. So how does it feel?
It's good to reach the final, of course, but it's not about reaching the final, it's about winning the final. And so, yeah, that's going to be tough. We have a great opponent, so we will prepare that well, but now we are focusing on the Premier League, because in 2 days the Premier League will continue.
When you go into the second leg, leading by 3-0, what does tonight say about the mindset, about the attitude of your squad?
I said you need the focus, you need the energy, you need the intensity, and of course you have to also play a little smart. Don't let them come back in the game, don't let them smell anything, so don't concede a goal. But I think first half tempo was too slow. They were defending really compact, own half was difficult to find the gaps, but we have to then invest more. I think second half was better already the first 15 minutes, but I think especially after we bringing the subs on, it was more dynamic and we created the chances and we scored the goals.
That really gives a demonstration of the strength of your squad when you can make 3 substitutions like that, and it really does increase the tempo. Increases, I suppose, the cutting edge of your side up top there in the second half.
Yeah, of course, when you subs has to be such an impact, and that's not always the case, but that is what you need in a good team, a good squad, if you want to be successful. But I think we already scored many goals from subs this season. But I think today was really obvious. But they are not that the depth. Let's say this: the depth is not always available.
And just how quick? Sorry, just finally for me, how pleasing is it to have Jadon Sancho available to like that again, and how big a step is it to get back to, I suppose, the levels that we know he could produce?
No, he has really high standards. He has great capabilities to contribute to our team, and I think especially now the team is improving. We are playing more in opponent's half. Then I think his capabilities coming more in front. And coming more, he can act them more because he will have more touches on the ball, and that's the way what is came gives the best, give him the best performance, give his the best platform to perform.
Erik, is it possible to quantify how much difference Anthony Martial fit and playing all the time can make to your team?
No, we have to wait and to see first if that's going to happen. And I'm sure that a striker like he is, that it will improve our team. But I think you need also different qualities in a squad, to be tactical in games and between games. See what you need, see what a game needs. But definitely is so that Anthony Martial can create something with his movements, with his dealing with the ball, with his smartness to arriving at the right moment, and of course his finishing.
How do you deal with inconsistency? Because he's been here for quite a long time and he plays well sometimes, then it goes down, and it's been like that all the time he's been here.
I don't know if he has been all the time down, but he is not always available. So what we hope is that he will be available for a couple of games, for a couple of weeks and months, and if that's the case, I think we can be much more successful. And unfortunately, the first half of the season, we didn't have so many choices in the front line, and he was one of it. But if he and Jadon Sancho and Anthony Dos Santos and now Garnacho is also there, so then we have options, and I think that is what we need if we want to be successful and go for trophies.
Dave.
You said before that 6 years is too long without a trophy for a club of Manchester United's size. What would it mean to win the League Cup, and what message would it send out about where Manchester United are at now?
It has to give a huge motivation in the first place to us, and we want obviously to bring that cup to the fans. But now in this moment, I'm not looking ahead. We are focusing on on other things. And the big week is coming on with Crystal Palace, and we play 2 times against Leeds, and that's going to be great games. So it's the derby, so we have to get ready for that.
Time.
Just to ask about Jayden, it seemed when he came on that you shared a joke with him, he was laughing and smiling when he came on. Can you tell us what you said to him before he came on at all, and has he been like that at Carrington? Does he look like he's someone who's enjoying his football again before the World Cup? His body language suggested he wasn't.
For me, that I think always most important that players enjoy football, because that gives energy, and that gives also, I think, the motivation to act and to perform. And I think it was great, the reception from the fans to him, and I think also that will back him, and that will give him even more a push to continue in the way he's now acting. And it's just started again, so the restart. He's back in character now for 2 weeks. We see that smile. Hopefully he can keep that smile and really contribute to this team, because when he is in a good form, he's really important player for us.
Last two, Jamie and Carl.
Erik, to be a big, Manchester United forward, a really good one, you're a match winner, Rashford, Martial. Is Jayden good enough to win games for you when he's playing at his best?
I think he already showed that. And this season, for instance, the game against Liverpool, it was a great goal. What he produced, scored against Leicester. He had some really good games, more Spurs, when I remember very well. So he already showed his great capabilities. And just what I say. I hope, same as what I said about Martial, when you are all the time available, and you play often together with the players we have now, so in midfield and in the front line. So I'm sure we're getting better routines, and then our attacking plan will improve and will create more chances. And then you come in a process that players enjoy it more and are better motivated to work together.
Last question, Carl.
You keep speaking about these routines, and you use Jadon Sancho as the number 10 and move Bruno Fernandes again on the right. I asked you before about Bruno on the right. You said he's very good at receiving between the lines and his defensive work. Is that why you put Jadon in the middle, to help with that sort of acclimatization?
No, there was one thought about, but also to bring a different dynamic in the team. And I wanted to see how that works. With this dynamic, we brought definitely Bruno more times before in a wide position, because I think for opponents it's difficult to read it and to anticipate on it. When you first have to deal with Anthony Dos Santos, and then you bringing there a semi-wide player there, it's difficult to anticipate. And I think we have seen it already many times that then Bruno is also really effectful. But I want now to see it in the combination with Jadon and Anthony Martial. And we have seen a different dynamic, and that can help us, and that gives for us more opportunities in the future to bring such dynamics when we think it's useful in the game.
And Lindelof at defensive midfield rather than centre back, is that something for the future as well?
Lindelof was educated as a 6, as a control holding midfielder. In Benfica, so I know he can do that, and we already tried it before in training and maybe in one game. But also there, I want also my centre halves playing sometimes in midfield positions, so that we create dynamics. So it's just to construct more dynamic in the team.
Erik, so then 3 days before you will play Newcastle in the final, you'll play Barcelona here. Will Newcastle have an advantage because they'll have a free week and they don't play in Europe? I mean, how difficult will it be for you managing all these games?
We are aware of it, but I can nothing do with it. I handled this before when I had to play a cup game after we have to play in Europe with Ajax. So I know how to deal with it, and the best is it's obviously that Newcastle has that advantage, but it's about attitude, it's about mentality, and when the players are fit, they can do it, and then they can act in both games on the highest level.
Just thought, super briefly ask about Sabitzer as well. You're signing on deadline day, and just how happy you are to have brought him in and what he'll bring.
We are really happy with that transfer because we need it after Donny van der Beek dropped out. Now Christian Eriksen for a longer time, and also I think for a short time is also Scott McTominay not available. So that gives us a shortage of midfield players, and but then to bring a quality player in on deadline day, that's difficult, and we got this opportunity. And so I know the player already a long time from Salzburg, especially from Leipzig. He performed fantastic. So I expect that he's doing the same here, and I think he has a great attitude. He is in the right age, and I'm sure this opportunity will motivate him strongly, and he will perform for us.